Hi guys, Zyger here, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be something different, so we're not doing any game dev related things. Well, kind of I guess. I'm going to be going through my YouTube stats. Now, this is because first of all, in about a year time, I would like to go back to this and see how much I have sort of grown since, or kind of decreased since or whatnot. Also, I want to basically show you guys my stats for the 6K special because we just reached 6,000 subscribers. So thank you all of you for that. So I guess I'm not going to be talking much longer. Let's just get into it. Okay, so when you launch YouTube, I can just click on here and go into my channel. Now we can click YouTube Studio and my stats will basically open up. So here you have like the main page, but the most important stuff will go into analytics. So if you go into here, you can see that this is going to be stats from the last 28 days, as it says here and also says here. So over the last 28 days, I have gotten 103,700 views. So 103.7k views, which is mental and it's a lot. And thank you all for that because that's genuinely kind of blows my mind a little bit. Also 6.3k watch hours, which is basically how many hours people have watched my videos in total over the last 28 days, that is. And also 3.3k subscribers over the last 28 days, which just blows my mind because currently I'm earning about roughly 100 subscribers per day. So welcome whoever is new. Also, this is my estimated revenue of £26.53. Now, just a quick disclaimer, this is not how much money you'll get for 100,000 views because I only just got monetized, so some of these views aren't even like counted towards that. So this is kind of my road time, which shows you my subscribers, which currently is 6,115. Also, I've currently gotten 7,957 views in the last 48 hours. This also shows my top videos which have earned me that. So as typically like you would have, as you thought would have, it's the first two top videos is my like recent ones. And then you can go down here and have a look at that. In reach, you will see that 1.2 million people have seen my content. Now, what does that mean? Basically, impressions is, for example, I'll show you, if you go onto YouTube right here, all of these videos that I'm seeing right now are getting +1 on impressions because basically that's what an impression is. Not necessarily a click, just an impression. And the same thing goes for a channel. If I was to see someone's channel, that's going to be an impression for that. And I've got a 6.7% click-through rate, which is all right. Obviously, could be higher, would be better, obviously, but have seen people with lower than 6.7%, sorry. And obviously, we've seen the views and 35.9k unique viewers. And you can go down here and you can see if I've got 1.1 million impressions, a 6.7% click-through rate would get me 75.8k views, which is really good, roughly about 4.7k hours because of the 3 minutes 44 average view duration, which is basically people are watching my videos roughly 3 minutes 44, which is pretty good. And that's sort of here you can go through traffic sources, where they come from. So this is like my tags and how many views I get from that. Suggested videos, traffic source external, so that's like external websites, so Google search, itch.io, Discord, YouTube, WhatsApp. Okay, interesting. Also like playlists and stuff. And also here it shows you traffic sources types. Biggest is browse features, which is to be expected because that's usually what happens with anyone. And yeah, we can go into an engagement and that would just show you how long people are watching the video on average and how many hours are people watching it, and it basically just shows you your top videos and whatnot. This also kind of includes your top cards, so if you have any of those like poll things or maybe like linked videos and stuff, this will show you the stats on here, and also the top end screen elements showed you like what it basically is anyway. And then you can go into audience, which kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. So you can obviously see that we have 35.9k unique viewers, which averages views which average views per viewer are about 2.8, with resulting in 3.3k subscribers, which is mental once again. And here is top countries, which is to be expected: USA, UK, Germany, India, and Canada. Now this is to be expected because US and UK are both English, and some parts of Canada are also English. So it's to be expected because I speak English that majority of people will be from those. Also right here you can see how many people are subscribed and how many aren't. So if you haven't subscribed yet, good chance to subscribe, guys, because 70% of you aren't subscribed. And then gender, predominantly actually very big amount of males, 96.9% with 3.1 females. That's also to be generally expected because of the kind of genre of videos I'm making. I'm doing game development stuff, and obviously there is females interested in it, but this kind of topic is overwhelmed with men, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, I'm just saying generally speaking. And then we have obviously age here, so I majorly get 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. However, I don't really look at this because I don't think it's important, first of all, and second of all, a lot of people lie about their age when they make their YouTube channel, so it's not really a thing that I like to base it off of, because I personally know that people will make an account and just say they're 18 and have this account for 10 years, resulting like being 28 now or something, or like they'll scroll down further. So then we can oh yeah, my final thing, I'm not saying some of you can be 24 or even like 65 plus, that's still alright, I'm just saying. Anyway, we can go into revenue, and this will basically show you how much I've earned. So you've already seen this, basically £26.53 because I just got monetized. Playback based CPM is £1.74, which basically here it says it's effective cost per mile or the estimated average gross, blah blah blah, I don't really care about that. And here will show you monthly estimated revenue. Now I've only started kind of earning in May, so this is what I've earned, and I won't show you anymore because that's what I've done. And here you can have stuff, so you can see your estimated ad revenue is this much, and then your YouTube premium revenue is this right here. And then you can go into like ad types and see what sort of ads you're getting, generally speaking. And that's basically it. But let's go ahead and dive in deeper on one of my more popular videos. So if I click on videos right here, I can actually just go into analytics of any of these. Now for this time being, we'll go on this video which was released yesterday, and we'll also go on to my most popular video, and I'll give you some tips how you can get your video kind of pushed out there into the recommended more. So this video, which got 18.2k views, 1.2k hours of watch time, gained me 1.1k subscribers and about £2. Now don't worry about the revenue because I actually wasn't monetized when this video was released, so this isn't much for 18.2k views and doesn't like solely relate, I guess. Now, you can go ahead and look at all these stats, but the most important thing I really think is this, which is the browse features, top traffic sources, which you want to look at. So you will see that 76.9% of people come from the browse features, and then 7.8 from channel pages, suggested videos, YouTube search, playlists, whatnot. So you can see the majority of people come from browse features. Now what does this mean is basically this video, people will see it on their recommended, on their homepage, and that's where they click on it, basically. So this is actually really kind of cool to look at, that only 4.7% of people are searching for something and find this video. This basically tells me that this video got most of its views from browse features, which is to be expected. Now, if you go ahead and quickly do some maths, if I open up my calculator, we've got 18.2k views. That averages about, that's like 182, sorry, per 1%. So if you times that by 76.9, we are getting about roughly kind of 14,000 views for the browse feature. So 14,000 of the views come from people seeing it on the recommended and whatnot. And if we now times it by 4.7, you will see that about 855 views come from the actual search. Now this tells me that obviously more people are finding the video through recommendations. Now, that is to be true, and this kind of tells me that tags aren't as important. Now, I add tags to all my videos, so this basically makes it easier for people to find my video, and if they're searching for a specific thing, they might find this video. So tags are still important, but the majority of views come from recommendations. So if you want your video to be basically clicked more, this is basically saying have a good thumbnail and title, and if it's clickable, people will click it. That's why clickbait works so much, because people want to click it and they'll press it and they'll give this person a view. Now, I'm not saying to use clickbait, I'm just basically saying make sure you have a good thumbnail and title and people will want to click it. Make sure it's interesting. And then you can obviously go through reach and you can see how many people have sort of seen and got an impression of this video. You can click on engagement, audience, and revenue. So let me just quickly show you this revenue. So this is when the video was first released, which was Sunday, April 12th, 2020. And you can see it didn't earn any money until the first 19 days. This is because I got monetized on May 1st, which is when it first started getting views. So it's not getting views, sorry, which is when I first started getting money from this. So if this is the first 19 days, if I go into overview, we can figure out the first 19 days here. Now you'll see that after the first 19 days, this video has already gotten 13,000 views. So this is really good for my channel and for me, generally speaking. But it does tell me that I haven't gotten any money for 13,000 views. So only from this point, the views that I've been getting are actually counting towards my revenue. And that's basically why I haven't earned as much. So don't actually think that if you get 18,000 views, you're gonna get £2, because that's not true. Now let's quickly go into one of my recent videos. Okay guys, so I have to switch videos. I can't go into the one I released yesterday because I forgot for the rest of the stats to come up it has to be like 48 hours or something. So let's go to this one. This was about a week ago or so, and it's got 6.4k views, and you can see this has already earned more than the previous video. This is because all of the views that have been accumulated for 6.4k have actually been kind of advertised. And you can go into this because obviously not every single person will get an ad, so this doesn't solely relate to 6.4k views. It really depends, because you might get 6.4k views on your video, but you might earn more or less than me, because it also matters about the engagement and whatnot. So that's sort of the important thing, and that's kind of what I wanted to show you. But once again, if I go into scroll down here, this one's actually kind of different. You'll see this one actually is kind of spread out, because still see that the browse and suggested videos, which is basically when people get videos recommended or on the homepage, does take up the majority of the kind of this page. And YouTube search is still 7.8%, which is far lower than both of these two combined. Therefore, once again, showing me good thumbnails, good titles, get the clicks. And that's basically it for kind of this video. I'm also going to show you one last video that got really popular quite fast. It's not my most popular video, but it did really good, and I just want to show you the spike thing that happened on that one to kind of try and explain that. So I have a video here that I did, which I basically implemented your suggestions into my game at Woken. So this video, you can already see that this is looking quite a lot different. This is because this video was doing pretty good here, and in the first about 3 days it got 300 views. But after 3 days, something happened and it got boosted by the YouTube algorithm. I don't know what happened, but it just got boosted. Obviously, some videos get boosted and kind of recommended far more often than this one, and this wasn't even a good video, which kind of upsets me. But this video got boosted and then went all the way up to plus 1,000 views. Now, this is really good for me because I don't know if you can see this a little bit, but underneath it says typical in this period is 240 to 400 views. This has 1.3k views, which is really good, and therefore this sort of spike happens and it kind of grew and grew and grew. And a couple final things I'm going to show you is I'm going to go back to one of my first video, and I'm also going to go back to the one that was my popular one, which is the Project Jude one, because I forgot to mention, you can see this grey bar. This is how my videos would typically do, and this is how this video did in comparison to us. This one basically completely blew it out the roof, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But this is my first video that I've released. It's currently sitting at 4.6k views, which is crazy. And the reason it's sitting at that much because it's the first video that you see when you go on my channel, because I basically just put it on like the trailer thing. And also, people who watch my videos tend to go back to try and just see, oh, I wonder what this person's first video was. You know, I've done that multiple times. But this video, you can see in the first day it got 38 views, which I was really happy about because I didn't have an audience back then. And you can see it's just been growing every day, and literally only here it started to sort of spike up around here where it went up a bit. This was after like 146 days, and it just keeps going up and up and up and up. So that's basically where the views come from that. Also a lot of subscribers and one, which is really happy about that. But that's basically it. I can genuinely go into any of these videos and you will see why they do good. So if you are planning on starting YouTube, I do recommend make good quality videos that you want to watch, because you want to have the viewer retention as high as possible. So if you get to a point in watching your video and you think it's boring, think of something to spice it up, basically. That's sort of what I try and do. I look at my previous videos, I see maybe people got to 4 minutes and then they got clicked off. I will figure out why that happened. Is it because I said something, or is it because it got boring? So make sure your video quality is good, make sure it's entertaining, and make sure your thumbnails and titles are really good. Because I personally think that if the video quality is good and the thumbnail and the title is good, tags won't be as important in it. But that's basically what I'm trying to say. So make sure when you are kind of starting YouTube, you really delve into these stats, because I haven't ever done that. Like, I never really properly looked at stats, but now it's really helpful for me to sort of have a look at why my videos are doing better and which ones are doing worse and whatnot. So anyway guys, thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it, and your support has just been amazing over the past kind of my journey on YouTube, and I just want to thank you all of that. Hope you have hope you're having a nice day or night or afternoon, and I love you all guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.